Hi, I know it has been quite a while since I've interacted. I've been a bit in my cocoon. It's the holiday season, so there's so much to do and not very much time. But I just wanted to come in today since we are in the our exploration of the body. I wanted to talk about two things. Number one, hair, and number two, um, I'm forgetting. Number one was hair, and the second was makeup. So, so as you see, I did my hair and I got some braids in. I do the braids myself, and I do them for very cultural and spiritual reasons. I think our relationship with our hair is one of the most criticized and examined, especially when you live in the Western world or when you live in the quote-unquote modern world. I've never felt so much criticism or so much monitoring of my hair when I'm on this side of the world, in the Western Northern Hemisphere. And I feel that sometimes black women in particular feel they need to follow specific trends and do certain things because they are not accepted in the mainstream vision of it. I had a project, I'm actually still working on a project with natural hair to just help assist young girls and women to embrace their natural hair and to embrace their cultural heritage. So I think it is very important to love your natural hair, to cherish it, and to promote it, to show how beautiful it is, to accept what it can do and what it cannot, and as well as to valorize styles that are culturally yours or styles that you appreciate as a black person. And to me, braids are one ways for me to have this cultural heritage. One thing I do have to say, I did observe the way we do braids, I'll say modern braiding, is a lot, it's somewhat disconnected to the essence of it. In my particular research and in my traditions, braids are done for many reasons, spiritually, to as part of rituals sometimes, to harvest energy, to entice energy, to give energy, to provide protection, a whole lot of, say, an array of things. And in all of any fashion, it has nothing to do with pretending that your hair is long or pretending that you're looking like somebody from another race or a different culture, because essentially when we started braiding our hair and doing all these different things, we had no vision or thinking about a different race or different culture when it was done. And what I've noticed, one of the differences is that in some of the more modern, quote-unquote modern world, a lot of the braiding looks is done really small to kind of make the braids looks like it is actually your own hair. I'm not sure if you see what I mean, but sometimes they have like these micro braids that are curly that you kind of think it's someone's hair actually, which to me is kind of distinct or different from the fact that you're doing your hair, that people can see that it is braided, and that it takes time to do it, that you have to invest some energy into it. And I particularly do my hair myself because I'm very energetically sensitive and I don't like going to the salon, the hair salon. I have yet to find a hair salon where that is spiritual or high energy impact. Most of the time the salons I've been, when I've used to go to the salon or when I was going with my friends, there's a lot of gossiping going on and the conversation are not necessarily the most energetical and beneficial conversation taking place in there. So to me that's kind of not the environment that I want to go. And also because traditionally for us, the mother braids your hair, your mother braids your hair, your auntie braids your hair. It's typically somebody from your family or an interested third party that you know, that whose energy you're comfortable with, which is very different from going to a salon to someone you don't know, or to someone who does your hair while participating in gossip. To me, it has a negative impact, and that's why I rather not do that. And I've learned since I was a teenager to do my own hair, and even when I've experienced going to see someone else, I've always regretted it. So I just follow my intuition and do my own hair, and for me it's a great way to invest my energy as I'm braiding my hair, especially if I have specific intention for however long I'm going to be keeping this style in, and while protecting my hair. So yeah, so I just wanted to talk about a little bit about that. I'm busy working on some natural hair cards to promote natural hair and to inspire, and also to help assess those who want to heal using the natural hair. And I'm in the last phase of production, so bear with me. I am this is like my little baby, and I cannot wait to be able to share it with the world and have it out. So that was it for the hair thing that I want to talk about. The second thing is the makeup. I know most of the times we have kind of two sides of it. The traditional makeup that was used in Egypt or in ancient Africa, or still used for us ritualistically, and the modern makeup with the palette and all the different things you can find. As you see, I'm not used to wearing, I don't wear foundation and all the stuff. Like, I like to see my skin bare and to let my pore breathe and to have my big pore open and exposed, so I can feel in the energy in the air. That's what's worked for me. However, I'm playing around with eyeshadow and lipstick, energically based on the colors. I'm not so much following any trends or looking at, you know, what other people are doing, but I'm just more seeing how I react or how I can balance my energy using certain colors. And I think that's kind of the lost art of makeup. So much is focused on trend or on looking good, when that's I think is a powerful tool to also balance yourself energetically. And I think a lot of women do it, not knowing necessarily, not consciously doing it, but I think somewhere inside it is a way also for them to kind of balance the energy throughout. So yeah, I wanted to just share my point on that, to be sure that makeup can be used as a healing tool, to, you know, uplift your spirit if you feel a bit gloomy, to help you release, to get in touch with your darker side, to feel more in the loving mood, and I think it shouldn't be necessarily seen as something that has to be going all the way traditional. In my personal family tradition and custom tradition and culture, makeup has been used for rituals particularly, but also I have seen to express some specific intentions and work with the ancestors. So you don't have to basically try to emulate some traditional makeup that you see online or that you see on different pictures and etc. You can just, as long as when you're using your makeup, you're setting the intention that you want for it, you are thanking the ancestor, thanking the having gratitude for what you have, and what you will have. You can use it that way, in a way that's going to be pleasing you aesthetically, in the way that you can recognize yourself, because I think one aspect of makeup is that it tends to make you feel like you become somebody else, which is okay if that's what you're intending to do. You know, makeup is used to get into characters, to be able to act and do different things, but if that's not what you're intending to do, just make sure that you use makeup in a way that will not push you to lose yourself. So those were the two things I wanted to talk about today. So hair and makeup. I hope it was useful, and I'll have another video coming up on the body and menstrual cycle and things like that. So I hope you enjoy. Bye.